Welcome back, folks. Today I'm baking tomato and mozzarella bread. As you can see, I've already got the flour in my container or mixer and 500 grams of strong white flour. I've added 10 grams of dried yeast and 10 grams of salt. Need to add water, which is 400 millilitres of tepid water, but you probably won't need all of it, as I didn't this time. Put it on the mixer, put it on for start with number 1, increase it to number 3. At this stage, after 10 minutes of mixing, you need to add 2 tablespoonfuls of olive oil and start the mixer up and let it mix for a further 2 to 3 minutes. Don't worry if it separates, it will. We'll bring it back together. Once you've removed it from the mixer, you might need to add a bit of flour to it to make it so you can actually do this with it. It needs to be this consistency. You can see I'm pulling it apart, nice and stretchy, but not sticking to your hands. I've prepared a bowl with some olive oil in it. It needs to be covered and let to prove for an hour. As you can see, the dough is ridden very well. I need to tip it out into my board now, which I've prepared with some flour. I use a 50-50 semolina and white strong flour. Tip it out very gently. You don't want to knock it back, you don't want to get rid of any air, just keep it as it is. Flour the dough to allow it to be cut into 4. As you can see, it's quite sticky, but it's easy to cut. You could use a big knife to do the same and draw it apart into 4 equal portions. I would normally just transfer the others off the board, but for demonstration I'll leave it like this. You need to just stretch it out to the size you want. See, it's easy to stretch the dough out into the bottom of the Remoska, the standard I'm using at the moment. Add tomatoes, try and push them into the dough, and then add the mozzarella. This is buffalo, use about half of it. Break off little pieces and push it into the dough, evenly all over. Once that's done, sprinkle over the top with oregano and a splash of olive oil. I've added a few more tomatoes. Pop the lid on This needs cooking for about 30 minutes initially. After 30 minutes, the next time you cook them, it should take less time, probably 20. I've also cooked it in the tria, and that took 20 minutes.